Check the global temperature record before you talk about global warming. We are still colder than the normal peak in the 100,000 year cycle that has been repeating for the last 400,000 years. If you look at the... Okay, normally I delete this, but I literally clicked on your link. Let's look. This is literally the first graph that shows up. This is the global temperature over the last 2,000 years. Look at that spike. Maybe you forgot what y equals mx plus b is, but the slope of a thing matters, and that's a pretty spiky looking spike. But I thought, breathe, now let's give it a shot. And then I saw this thing, and I thought, let's give this a shot. This is 800,000 years before the present. That, I'll give it to you. That looks like a squiggle. That looks like a cycle. I agree. It's a very cyclically looking thing. It does look like it's trending up, but it does look like a cycle. So the question becomes, whose interpretation is right? Is my interpretation of y equals mx plus b, spiky, dangerous thing important? Or is your interpretation of, that looks like a sine wave to me. Maybe it's a sinusoidal model instead of a linear model. Who's right? Spoiler alert, it doesn't really matter what you think, and it doesn't really matter what I think. Neither of us are experts in this field. In fact, the entire premise of this discussion is we're arguing based on graphs that we're reading on Wikipedia. Neither of us know what we're talking about here. Do you know who does know what they're talking about? The scientists that wrote the 2023 UN climate report. They are experts. Their opinion matters more than my opinion and your opinion. And it's not just one country's worth of scientists. The USA, India, China, Switzerland, Canada, Australia, Morocco, Latvia. Why do you think that you know better than all of these experts from all the countries in the world who have been studying this for years? Your source is a Wikipedia graph. Sit down. Obviously, my anger is not directed entirely at you, but this entire post-truth moment that we seem to be living in, co-signed by the alternative facts people who just sort of think that we can just make up what truth is, and expertise is just whoever has the loudest megaphone. I reject this motion. It's epistemic nihilism, and I don't accept it. I grew up conservative. I was taught about God and the order and natural beauty of the world. So to me, it makes intuitive sense that there would be natural laws we could discover with science, with our human brains made in the image and likeness of God. But I was also taught that there were 7 deadly sins. Lust matters, and anger matters, and envy matters. But the greatest sin is pride. It is a lack of epistemic humility to blithely brush away years of expert testimony because Tucker Carlson told you to read a graph on Wikipedia.